Hello, and welcome again to Stephen Hernandez's Nonprofit Fundamentals. This is Stephen Hernandez. I'm doing things a little bit low-tech recently, as you might have noticed. I'm trying to try out different things. I'm trying to produce more videos. Uh, Hopefully, eventually, I'll get back to the quality that I really want. But I want to try to produce more content for those who are subscribing. So if you're able to hear okay, or if you're having any problems, please let me know. So, okay. Enough of that. What I'm going to talk about today is something I'm so excited about because it's something that is very near and dear to my heart, and it's how to create an internship program. So I'm just going to talk about that in a very general way. The next in the video in the series, I'll talk about how I specifically have done that here in Michigan, because there's a wonderful tool that we're lucky to have here. But many people in the nonprofit community talk about lack of capacity, there's lack of funds to do certain things. As we all know, many funders don't pay for administrative support. There's never enough money to have the workforce that we need. Volunteers are fantastic, but they don't always have the experiences or the training that we need. So I think a very underlooked and poorly utilized rather than overutilized aspect of the nonprofit community that I really want to encourage you all to explore is the creation of an internship program. And I think people tend to think of interns as someone to be there, to get the coffee, to make copies. That's a very old school way of thinking about interns. And frankly, you're not going to get a good, useful experience out of that as an intern, and even as an employer, especially as an employer. You're going to get basically what you put into an internship program. So what I highly encourage organizations to do, and something that I've done after I really started to learn about creating internship programs from one of my great mentors, Pete Vargas, so shout out to Pete Vargas there, is to create an internship that provides as real world experience as possible. If you, for example, are a nonprofit or a political advocacy organization or a political campaign for that matter, create a job description, create an experience that will be attractive to someone who's interested in exploring a career in politics. If they can really experience that and they're able to do real substantive work, and that really is the key. If they're likely going to be working for low or no money, provide them an experience that is valuable. So, for example, in the very first time I was part of an internship program when I was not running myself, but I was part of it as a staffer, we created a real experience for interns. We had interns who would create materials, who would help us design radio ads, who would help us plan events. They were not just there to grab coffee and make copies, which they did from time to time. That's part of the experience. But they were doing real substantive work. So I strongly encourage you, as an organizational head, as a nonprofit leader, think about what are some things that I really could use help with. Again, we're not here to replace actual employees. That would be very unethical and just doesn't work out that way. That's not what I'm talking about. But if, for example, you have a nonprofit, you have a fund development department, and they need help maybe clean up the database or create marketing materials, things of that nature, create an internship experience that will allow that to happen. If you're looking to maybe diversify your social media experience, can you create a social media internship? That's something that would be renewable from year to year with maybe a college that you establish a relationship with. That's something to explore. As I said, if you have an advocacy or lobbying, not lobbying, an advocacy or political affiliation or aspect to your organization, is there a specific posting that you can create that will allow a young person or emerging professional to really experience that field, participate in that substantive work? That would be very helpful. So I said this is a broad overview, create internship programs. There's so much more I can talk about this, and believe me, I will. But I just want to get out there. Internship experiences are fantastic. It's a great, often underutilized or poorly utilized aspect of the nonprofit community. I strongly encourage people to check them out. As I continue on this journey about internship experiences, I would love to know from you all. Have you been an intern before? I know I was. I would love to hear from you below in the comment section. Tell me how that went. Was it a good experience? Was it a bad experience? Why? For employers out there, if you have an internship program or you've tried it before, did you like it? What did you not like about that? And again, how do you recruit interns? What tools do you use? What do you do to make them attractive? Those are all things I'm going to talk about down the road. As always, I love to hear your comments. Please subscribe below, share if you haven't already done so. Thank you again. This is Stephen Hernandez for Nonprofit Fundamentals.